All right, everyone. Hi there. I'm John. Welcome back there, radio astronomy scholars. Today we're going to work on how to prepare the can and attach the side pieces, so we will have the piece that will go into the horn that you will move up and down to point at the sky. You might recall from an earlier video we used the can opener to remove the top.
No, you can't see that part. No.
And of course, we showed you how to drill the hole that the antenna is going to drop into. This piece right here is going to drop in. Today we're going to talk about how to prepare the sides of the can to attach the can to the horn. Okay. So for that, of course, you're going to need the can. You're going to need your two 20-inch pieces that you cut off earlier. Goes with your 8-inch piece to make the side for the can. You're going to need your short drill support. That's to support the can in this direction. And you're going to need the long drill support so you can support the can in this direction. And you're going to need, of course, some drill holes. You're going to need the 1/8 and you're going to need a 3/8 inch. All right, so let's get started. If you look at your drawing, you will see that the open end of the can is going to have a piece, a 20-inch piece on both sides, just like that. And as indicated in the drawing, we're going to screw those in from the inside of the can using these short little screws. And they're going to be screwed in from in here. That means, though, we have to drill some pilot holes in the can so that we can drill the piece into the wood. Now, those pilot holes, as indicated, are drilled at 1.5 and 5 inches. So the way we do that, you can see I've pre-drilled that to save a little bit of time. We're going to take the long support, slide it into the can, slide it into place under where we want to drill the hole. First thing we're going to do is take this screw at the spot we've marked, in this case 1/2 inch in, 3/4 in, and then we're going to give it a little tap, and that's going to help us get the drill hole started so that we get a drill hole in the right place. For those of you who are wondering, where did that line come? Well, it's a really convenient line to have. Helps you align the holes, and we got that by doing nothing more than putting the side piece along the can, taking our trusty dusty Sharpie, and just making a line along the edge of the can. Makes the measuring very easy. Okay, so once we've done our little tap with the screw, then we're going to put in the long support. Okay. Hook up our drill with the 1/8. Make sure you have a teacher supervising this part, of course. And since you have already tapped down, it'll be very easy to get this centered and then drill your hole. Then we're going to slide the piece on down till we're under the hole that is 5 inches back and 3/4 are actually 1/2 inch in. Do the same thing, drill our hole. And then we're just going to turn the can around the other way. You'll find that the wood is already under the 5-inch hole at the other side. Once again, we're going to drill that hole, move it down here to 1.5 and drill the hole there. So now we have a can, take the piece out, that has our 4 holes, 2 on each side. If you got a little rough spot, it happens, you can slide the piece of wood in, take your little hammer and just tap it flat. Be a nice clean spot. Okay. And the next thing we're going to do is take the piece of wood, drill in from the inside. Let's see if I can do that for you. Going to attach it. Now you might think, well, you might want to do one thing before that, because if you remember in the picture, it shows you need to drill a hole in the wood 1.5 inches from the from the base of the can. Now you can attach it first and then drill the hole, but I have found it much easier to take the can, line up the can, measure with my marker 1.5 inches down and 3/4 of an inch in, make a mark, and then using the larger 3/8 inch drill that we use for the holes that the bolts will go through. Again, hook up that bigger drill, come on in, and then drill that hole. And if you do that with both pieces of wood first, you'll find that assembling the can is a little easier than trying to attach to the can and then drill the hole after. But if you've already attached it and you forgot to drill the hole, hey, no problem. It's okay. All right. So let's go ahead and attach these. Again, it's gonna, as you can see, this is pretty small. You need a little stubby screwdriver, preferably one that's magnetic, so you can go on the inside and start screwing that in. You can see it's not hard, it's just tight fitting. I recommend you do the top holes before you do the bottom hole. It makes it a lot easier. And it just takes some patience. Just screw that in. And there you go. Nice and tight, nice and flat. Oh, got a little ways to go. You want to screw this down until when you put your thumb along the can, it feels almost perfectly flat. There we go, that's what I want now. And the next thing I'm going to do is, where's my little piece of foil tape? My little piece of foil tape? Thought I did. Ah, there's one right over there. Here we go. We're going to take a little piece of foil tape. You all remember what a pain these are to work with. Just rub that back and forth till you get a little corner you can grab onto, as we did in an earlier segment. Carefully separate off the paper. Remember, they have a tendency to want to curl, so don't let them do that. And then you're just going to put this right inside the can, as loud as you can do it. Again, if it's got some wrinkles, not a big deal, just push them down. And we're going to cover that screw with the piece of the aluminum foil tape, and that'll help us a little with the transmission. All right, so you get the idea. You're now going to go back and put another hole here, turn this on its side, bring the other piece of wood up, put the two holes here and here, and while you're doing that, I'm going to go ahead and finish this up, and I'll see you back here in a little bit.